तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः। च तत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तिशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शुभं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आविश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter number 11, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we read binding of Sri Krishna by Mother Yashoda, and then Krishna uprooted the two Arjuna trees which were two sons of Kubera and were cursed by Sri Narada. So when he uprooted the trees, it made a big sound and the trees fell on the ground. So now Sri Shukdev describes what happened after that. Sri Shuka uvacha Gopanandadaya Shrutva Drumiyopatato Ravam Tatra Jagmu Kurushrestha Nirghata Bhashankita. So the Gopas headed by Nanda, they heard the sound of these two trees falling down, and then they came there, Ajagmu Nirghat Bhaya Shankita. They thought that it is some lightning which has struck. Sometimes the lightning strikes a tree or a building, also kills people, sometimes animals, birds. So they thought that because it made a big sound, As we saw in the previous chapter, it was said that it made a big sound like lightning. So they doubted that some lightning has fallen and maybe it has damaged what has happened. So they ran in that direction of the sound by following the sound. So Sri Vishwanath says, Ekadashe Harer Mokshaha Falkraya Kathadikam Vrindavanagama Vatsa Avanam Vatsa Bakardanam. So in this 11th chapter, there is a description of liberation of Hari. So the moksha of Hari is described here. He is liberating everybody, and then Maharaj will liberate him. And there is a story of the lady who came to sell fruits, Falkraya Kathadikam, and Vrindavanagama Vatsavanam, Vatsa Bakardanam. So there is story of their moving to Vrindavan. They were in Gokula, Gokulana. So from Gokulam they go to Vrindavanam, and there he will do the description of tending of calves and killing of Vatsasura and Bakasura. So these are the stories which will come in this 11th chapter. Bhumyam nipatitau tatra dadrushuryamularjunau babhramustada vigyaya laksham patana karanam. So when they came there, the Gopas, they saw these two Arjuna trees fallen on the ground, Yamala Arjuna. And they did not know what is the cause behind it, because there was no big storm. There was also no lightning, any sign like that. There were no clouds. It is month of Kartika. It's not the time, rainy season is over. So they did not see the cause of this avijnaya patana karana. So then they were very doubtful, because there are so many things already happened here. Saktasura came, Putana came, then this big Trinavarta. So they thought that some other asura has come, because they are always on the look for that. So that's why they were Babhramu, they were Shankita in the previous verse. They were doubtful what happened, some other asura or some other strange thing has happened. Therefore they all ran towards that. But they only saw these two trees fallen down. So this was very strange, and then they saw Krishna stuck in between the trees and nothing happened to him. So this was very strange. So tattayo patan karanam balakam lakshya lakshaitum shakyam api avijnaya premna tadrish yogyata katvena sambhave bhav. So they came there and they saw the trees, they saw Krishna, but they did not believe that he can do such a thing. That was the natural thing to think, because he was right in between the trees and he had that ulukhala, that mortar tied to his back. So he was still there, because these two sons of Kubera just completed their prayers and left. So they gave the time to these people before they came. Maybe they were not nearby, because this was the house and the cows are a little far away. That's where all the men were, in the cow shed. So it took some time, and in the house there was nobody else except Yashoda, and she was busy doing her work. So all other people were preparing for Indrayagna. So therefore, when they came there, they could not think that he can be the cause of it. So lakshyam lakshaitum shakyam api, that they could have thought of it, that yes, he has done it, but they did not, because they have too much prema for him. So avigya premna tadrisha yogyatakatvena sambhavya. So they have so much love for Krishna. So what does it mean? So that they cannot think of him some divine being or anything like that. So because of love, they only think of Krishna as their child. And Krishna also does not manifest any superhuman appearance, although he does some superhuman acts, but in appearance he remains like a child only. And he looked very innocently to them. So that please release me, give me moksha. Saulukhalam vikarshantam damna baddham cha balakam kashyedam kuta ascharyam utpata iti kataraha. So they saw that he was bound by the rope, and as if he was trying to pull it still. So damna baddham cha balakam, vikarshantam, looks like he was still playing with it. Vikarshantam means he was still pulling. So they did not understand that who has done this work of pulling the trees. Kashyedam kuta ascharyam, and what is the cause of this utpata, this uplifting or uprooting of the trees? So they became very disturbed by it. Katar. That what is going on here? They see this small boy pulling the mortar, they see these big trees fallen down, and everybody is safe. And then there were other children playing there. They were also not like some terrified or anything like that. Everything seemed normal, although there was such an abnormal situation. So they did not understand that what exactly has happened and who has done it. So Brahmameva aha kasyaidam karma. So in the previous sloka it said that they were confused. So here it is now explained that what is the cause of confusion. So who has done it? That is the confusion. Because they don't see anybody there. Also it is not that somebody threw the trees and then ran away from there. They didn't see anyone running around. And then they see Krishna, and it is not possible that he can do it. So this was very cause of confusion. Kuta hetos tasmad ascharyam etad utpata iti vinischitya katara. So not able to understand that who has done this, they could not ascertain this, therefore they became disturbed. Bhagyena vidhatra balaha krishno rakshita iti vyakula bhava. But they were happy in a way that by good luck nothing has happened to the boy. He is safe. So that was the cause of their happiness, that if something could have happened to him, that would be worse. So he was protected, and therefore they were pleased because of that. So they asked the boys that what happened, because they saw they were before them. Says, did you see anyone here uprooting the trees? So then Bala Uchir Anenaiti Triyagatam Ulukhalam Vikarshta Madhyagena Purushavapiya Chakshamahi. So the boys, they spoke. He said, yeah, he did it. So Anena means he is the one who did it. And how he did it? He says he was pulling this mortar and he got in between, and this mortar got stuck. Because instead of pulling it straight, it got turned like that. Generally, if it is tied, then it will just go straight behind him. But when he went under the tree, it got turned and it got stuck. So therefore, Triyagatam Ulukhalam, he says Vikarsta Madhyagena, he says he was in between the trees and the Ulukhala, the mortar got stuck, and then he started pulling it at him. And then they fell down. And then he says that we also saw two people coming out. So now this was even more strange to them that two people came out. So Purusha Vapi Achakshamahi. So there were some ghost Yaksha or Raksha. Of course they were Yakshas, sons of Kubera. So this is even more intriguing, that what is this, two people coming out from these trees. Anena Krishnena Vrikshayor Madhyagaten Triyagatam Ulukhalam Vikarsta iti etan matram balavachu. So actually boys did not say that he pulled the trees. They only said that this Krishna, he was going in between the trees and pulling the Ulukhala. And we saw the two men. They didn't say that he pulled it. So Sambhrantatvena Purna Vachana Shakter Tautpato iti nauchu. So they were also in a hurry to describe, and they forgot to say that he did it. They only said that he pulled, and then two men came out. That's all. So they didn't believe it. How he cannot do it. Avishwasta stan punaruchu vrikshabhyam nirgatau dvau purushau api achakshamahi drishtvanto. So they thought that they will understand. If he is going between the trees and he is pulling, then who else is going to uproot it? But they didn't understand it. They have to be told by Mukhya Vritti, no Anumana. Right? But they said that we saw two men coming out of the trees. So we don't know, maybe the men who came out, they pulled the trees down. Because the boys also probably did not understand that he uprooted them. They were also probably confused, because he goes in between. How can he pull the trees? He's like us. So they thought that maybe these two men who came out somehow, they are the one who pulled these trees down. Because that man looked also a little strange to them. They were not ordinary looking. So therefore they said, we saw these two.
Babaji, are we interpreting the Tritiya as meaning indirect cause?
Which one?
Like Anen, so Anen, because it's in Tritiya, is that why he's saying that this is, the boys did not actually say that he pulled the trees?
No, it says that Bala Uchur Anena iti Triyagata Mulukhalam Vikarsta Madhyagena. They didn't complete the sentence. They should have said that Utpatita, Anena Utpatita. So the verb is not there. They are using the third case, Anena Vikarsata Madhyagena Utpatitavan, something. That by him it was they were uprooted. Or Utpatitavantav, two of them. Trees were two. So they didn't have that. So that's why he's making two sentences. That Anena iti Triyagatam Ulukulam Vikarsta Madhyagena, and no verb. And then there's a Purushavapi Achakshame, and we also saw two people. So that's why Vishwanath Chakravarti says that out of Sambhranta. Sambhranta means it is a state of like Vyakulta, like when you are, what you call, flustered, uneasy state. But that's why the word Bhranta is used. That not settled, in an unsettled state. So they spoke a verse which really needs something to be added. So that's why it says Utpatitau Titu na. They didn't say that, they pulled up. Nate taduktam jagrihur na ghateti tasya tat balasya utpatanam tarvoho kechit sandigdha chetasaha. So therefore they did not accept what the boys were saying. Although they did not say that he approved it, but they understood that this is what they are trying to say. So nate taduktam jagrihu, they did not accept it. Why? Because how is it possible? Na ghatayati tasya tat. So tasya means Krishnasya tat na ghatayati. It is not possible that Krishna can do this. So balasya utpatanam. Why? Because he is only a bala. He is only a small boy. How can he approach tree like this? Tarvo kechit sandigdha chetasa. But some of them, they were sandigdha chetasa, that maybe he has done it. He seems to be doing some weird things. So kechit sandigdha chetasa is separate. So most of them they did not accept, but some they were doubtful that probably he is the one. These boys are right. He does something. He has some powers. So te nandadayas tasmin mamta ardrit chittatvat tat prabhavan anusandhanat taduktam najagra. So the Nanda etc., who have very great affection for Krishna, so they did not think that he has that much power. So therefore they did not accept it. But then there were others, Kechidanyatu Narayana Samogunayiti Gargokti Smritya Swabhavik Premodena Cha Sandigdha Chetsa Eva Babhu. But then there are others who remembered that Nanda Maharaj said that this boy, he would have qualities like Narayana, equal to Narayana. He says that maybe he did it. But then they also have a lot of affection for Krishna. Their relationship is also that he is a young boy, so then he says no. So that is the Sandigdha Chetasa. So therefore they were Sandigdha Chetasa, that they were divided in their mind. Maybe he did it, maybe he did not do it. So why he could do it? Because of remembering Gargacharya's statement. Why he cannot do it? How can he do? He's just a small baby. So that is the meaning of Sandigdha Chetasa. So Sthanurva Purushava. Right? Solukhalam vikarshantam damna baddham samatmajam vilokyananda prahashadvadno vimumochaha. So then when Nanda Maharaj saw that Krishna was bound, first obviously when they came they were wondering what is going on. Then he saw that why is he tied with the rope? So then he saw that his own son, Swamatmajam, Damna Baddham, bound by a rope, and he was pulling it. Obviously at that time he probably stopped, but he was in the pulling pose. So then Nanda Maharaj, with a smile on his face, he released him. So Nanda Maharaj thought, who tried my boy? So he had a smile. Why he had a smile, that commentator can explain. So Vilokya Visheshena Anga Pratyangam Nirbadham Drishtva Prahasadvatana iti. So he was happy that nothing has happened to the boy. Although these trees were uprooted, which were there even before Nanda Maharaj's birth, he has seen the trees from his very childhood, and now they are gone. So he felt bad about that part, but since Krishna was safe, he was happy. So therefore he was Prahasad Vadan. But then he gives another meaning why he was smiling. So he says, Mat krodadapi yasyah krodam tvam ati priyam mannase satvat janni tvam alpa pradhenaiva badhnati sma tattva tvam aham katham mochiyami iti upalambhana dyotaka prahasa. He says, look, you are always running to your mother. You will be sitting in my lap, your mother comes, you immediately jump out and you go to her. And see what she has done to you. For breaking one pot, she put you in the bondage. And now you expect me that I release you from this. This is a joke. You should remain in my lap and forget about it. So sometimes parents, the father will ask the child, whom do you love more, me or your mother? Right? They pose this question. So therefore he is smiling, that as if he is telling Krishna, okay, I will release you, but now remember, I never did anything like this to you. And you are so biased, always running to your mother. So now I release you and don't go to her, stay with me. So then it is described that after this Nanda Maharaj took Krishna to the cow shed and said, just stay here, we will drink milk, we don't need to go there. Forget. See what she did to you. So Krishna, he decided he will stay with Nanda Maharaj. He will not go. And now Yashoda was feeling very shy how to come there, because he thought that she has done a wrong thing. What if my son would have got hurt or even killed coming under these trees? We don't know why the trees fell down, but so she was repenting, and therefore she did not come out, and Nanda Maharaj got the chance to take Krishna with him. He says, Beta, chalo. We'll be together and I will give you fresh milk from the cow. No need to boil it. Dharoshna milk. The milk which comes directly from the teat of the cow is called Dharoshna. It is the best brain tonic. So he says, don't worry about these gopis. They are always troubling you. All the time I hear complain that you are stealing butter, you are stealing butter. How can you do that? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes one karika here. Once in a while, when he finds something interesting, he writes. Earlier also he wrote one. स्वत्वं माया एव जीवानां बन्धमोक्षो यथा व्यधा तथा त्वत्पितरौ तौ ते प्रभो प्रेम्णा चक्रतु. So he is telling to Krishna, the commentator, that, O Prabhu, this is your Leela, that by your Maya you bind the jivas and you liberate them. So bandha moksha yatha vyadha, just as you do this to the jivas, now your parents are doing this to you. They are trying you, mother is trying you and father is releasing you. Only thing is that they are doing it out of love. Premna eva chakratu. So that is the difference. But at least you got the same treatment which you are giving to the living beings. So better don't do that. So this is what has been described here. Now Sukadeva Goswami continues to speak about activities of Balakrishna, that how the gopis were playing with him. And this is also again to show how Krishna is controlled by his devotees, because this was the theme of the last chapter, and he continues to speak on this here. गोपीभिः स्तौभितो नृत्यद् भगवान् बालवत् क्वचित् उद्गायति क्वचित् मुग्धस्तद्वशो दारुयन्त्रवत्. So the gopis, they will make Krishna dance. They will clap and they will tell him, dance, dance Krishna, dance. So they will get together and they will say, we want to see you dance. So then Krishna will start dancing in front of them. And then they will say, sing something, sings. So then he will sing loudly, Udgayati, Kochid Mugdha. So like a Mugdha, like an innocent boy, like a Mugdha Naika, 3 types of Naika. So Mugdha Stadvasha Daru Yantravat. So he was just like a plaything in their hand. It's like you have this, what is it called? Katputli, this puppet. So like a puppet in their hand. They are making, just like you make the puppet, the puppeteer makes the puppet dance or move this way, that way. So that's what they were doing to him. So he is under their control, tadvasa. So pitrastayos bhagya mahima ken vaktum shakya stadiya vrajvasi matrasya api rati matras vasyo ब्रह्मादि वशी कर्तापि कृष्ण इत्याह सार्धत्रयोदश. So in 13.5 slokas he is describing, Sukadeva Goswami, the great fortune of Brajvasis. He says, what can be said the glory of the fortune of parents of Krishna, Nanda and Yashoda. Even Brajvasis who were having affection towards Krishna, love towards him, they were controlling Krishna, who controls the greatest Ishwaras like Brahma and Shiva of this world. So they cannot even come close to him, but he was like a doll in the hands of these Brajvasis. So this is what Sukadeva is describing. Sastobhita iti nrityasi tadatubhyam khanda laddukam dasyami iti protsahita. So they will say, if you dance, we will give you 1 laddu. So then he will dance because he wants a laddu. And then someone will say that if you sing, then I will give you barfi or malai, cream with misri. So then he will follow them as if he is really in need of it. So balavat yatha anya prakrito balastadvat. So like a child, which means just as ordinary children would do, act, he was acting exactly like that. So this is difficult to understand, that how somebody like, if one knows who is Krishna, when you hear about Mahavishnu and how they are so gigantic and there is just some remote expansion of Krishna, and that Krishna is now being controlled by them. So mugdha stasam premna eva nij aishwarya anusandhanat. So mugdha, or like an ordinary innocent boy, it means that because of love of these Vrajvasis, it was not possible for him to be aware of his own aishwarya. He is complete in his aishwarya, but it is not possible for him to think of it or know of it in the presence of these Vrajvasis who have so much love for him. So this is how the pastime of Krishna and his devotees work, that they have their abhiman. Just like here in the material world we have abhiman, or we have self-identity, that I am somebody's friend or son or daughter or father or mother or sister, wife or husband, and then accordingly we act in that relationship. If we actually have proper relationship, then that is the meaning, that with relation comes a particular protocol how one is supposed to behave, and that is the rasa. So the happiness, pleasure or rasa is when one acts according to the relationship. If the mother acts like a mother and the son acts like a son, or a daughter acts like a daughter, then there is happiness, there is pleasure. Otherwise it's all suffering. Then there is only complaint. Mother is complaining about the children and the children are complaining about the parents. Why? Because they are not fulfilling their role properly. So here we see that how Krishna is perfectly playing that. Not playing, but he is like that. Playing, we say, playing not in the sense that as if he is enacting it, but this is his lila. He is like that. He is in that mood. He does not think himself that he is Ishvara, or he is Parameshwara, or Sarveshwara, or Yogeshwara. None of these things. So this is the height of rasa. That both sides, Krishna is also relishing it. That's why he cannot think of Aishwarya. Thinking of Aishwarya would be an obstacle to his pleasure, because then he would not be able to do this. Then he will think, who are these people asking me? Immediately think, they don't know that Brahma is paying obeisance to me and they are asking me to dance. So he is fully relishing this relationship. So this is the real relationship, love, and this is possible only in love, because when love is not there, then you may follow the protocol because you are expected. If you are a good-natured person, then you don't transgress that. But then you are not happy with that, because it's like forced on you or imposed on you, you don't. But when love is there, then it is natural to be like that. So therefore the real relationship is not a relationship of blood or some yajna, marriage relation, but out of love. So that's what is the message here. Although we saw that Krishna was also born to Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. But what is being shown is that they have so much love for him that it doesn't matter whether born or not born, and they are eternal people. There is the birth. So that's why he says Mugdhas Tasam. He is Mugdha. Mugdha also means like lost, Mohita, not knowing oneself. So there is so much love that he cannot know himself as Ishvara in that sense. He remains like a child. So Tasam Premna Eva. This is the power of the prema of the devotee. Nij Aishwarya Ananusandhanat. So there is no Anusandhan, no awareness of his Aishwarya. So it is not that he does not have the Aishwarya. He is complete in Aishwarya, but he is not aware of it. It's not possible. So Daru Yantram Sutra Prota Puttalika. So Daru Yantra here means puppet, because Sutra means thread. They have threads and they are controlled. So Sutra Prota Puttalika. So like a Katputali, wooden puppet being controlled by the thread. So like in the material world, people are controlled by the gunas of Prakriti. Guna also means a rope or a thread. Krishna is controlled by the Premna, the rope of love. So Bibharti Kvachidagyapta Pithakon Napadukam Bahukshepam cha kurute Swanam cha Pritim Avahan. So sometimes the gopis, they order him that bring that stool for me, and he brings, and they'll say bring that measuring cup, Unman, or bring the shoes, and he goes and he brings. Small boy, and if he cannot bring, he makes an attempt to bring it. And then sometimes he slaps his arms, look, I am strong, I can bring it. He feels proud when he can do that. When he can bring some big object, or at least he thinks he can bring, then he will slap like this, yes, I am strong. So Bahukshepam cha kurute Swanam cha Pritim Avahan. And in this way, he was bringing joy to his devotees. So Pithaka iti kiyadasya balam abhut jigyasubhi pratmam he Krishna. So kiyadasya balam abhut iti. So the gopis, they wanted to know that how much strength this boy has. So they will say first to him, Krishna, Padukam ane. That go and bring Nanda Maharaj, your Baba Nanda Maharaj is coming, bring his shoes. So then he will go. So then when he brought the shoes, then say, okay, now tell him to bring something more heavier thing. Tatas tato adhik bharam unmana mane. So unman are the measuring things, like you want to measure milk or grain or atta. So bring that, like 1 kg weight. So then he will bring that. Then when he bring, then say, okay, now he has to, let's try a bigger one. So tatas tatopi adhik bharam pithakam ane iti agya. So then heavier than that, bring that stool or this pidha. In the villages they use the small with 4 legs. So especially the ladies use in the villages to sit on it. So bring that. So then he will do that. Adishtas tattada tada anayan vibharti swamridul jatro pari ityartha. So he will lift it and stick it to his belly and then walk, because he cannot uplift it. So he will hold it and put it to his jatra, to his belly, and then bring. Bahukshepam tatra tatra karmani bhajau muhuruthapya saprakram darshanat swanam jatinam. So he then, when he would do it, he will feel happy. And then they'll say, you brought this small thing, can you also bring this? And he say, yes, I can bring it. Or they'll say, if you bring that, we'll give 2 laddus to you. So he'll say, yes, I will bring. So this way, this is how they were playing with him. And he was giving so much joy to them. So darshans tadvidam loke atmano bhrityavashyatam vrajasya vaha vaiharsham bhagwan bala chestitaihi. So in this way, Sri Krishna, he showed to the Gyanis how he is controlled by his devotees. Atmano bhrityavashyatam. He showed that he is under the dictate of his devotees, and this he is telling to Tadvidam, those who know him to be God, those who are in knowledge of his Aishwarya, his supremacy. To them he showed that, look, you may think of me as great Ishvara, but I am actually controlled by my devotees. So aham bhakta paradina, he swatantra ivadvaja. So I am the bhakta paradina. And vrajasya vaha vai harsham. So in this way, Sri Krishna brought so much joy to Vrajvasis. And how he did it? Bala chestitai, by his activities as a child. But he is Bhagwan. Although he is performing all this Bal Chesta or childlike activities, he is still the Bhagwan. So na kevalam jyati nam eva apitu sarvesham eva vrajvasi nam priti prado vashyatvat ityaha darshanite. So not only that he brought this joy, happiness to his family members, jyati, but to all Vrajvasis. Everybody was just so much in bliss because of Krishna and his activities. Sarvesham eva Vrajvasinam priti prada, and was completely under their control. So tadvidam tad Aishwarya Vijyan. So those who know about his Aishwarya, like Brahmadev, because Brahma knows him, his Aishwarya, he knows him as supreme. So to these people he showed that there is something higher than this. Because when he is in the Aishwarya mood, then they are the one who are reciting Vedic stotras to him. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. And he is taking their worship. He is being worshipped by the big yajnas. But now he is showing them that this is not my highest manifestation, something higher where I am being controlled by the love of my devotees. So that is the meaning of Tadvidam Darshan. Then he says that Naitad Anukaranatvena Vyakhyam. And he says that this should not be understood as Anukarana. Means it is not that he was imitating this kind of behavior. But he was actually in that mood. Means he was exactly like a child, not having two sides to him, as if inside he thinks I am great, but I will do this to give a pleasure to them. Not like that. Not like some play on the stage where the person inside knows what he or she is, but takes the role of another person. So that's not how he is doing it. He is actually absorbed exactly in that relationship and doesn't have any idea. Means he is also in forgetfulness of his own Aishwarya by his own Maya. So just as the conditioned being here in the material world do not know their own Swarupa, he also does not know his Aishwarya Swarupa, being covered by his own Yoga Maya. So he remains in that relationship of as a boy. So we'll stop here if there is any question. Now he is going to tell the story of the lady who came to sell fruits. Okay, we can